Romance is a choice, not a requirement. Um, since it's like Valentine's Day or the Valentine's month, I figured I might as well talk about love because why not? Love is like the most important thing in this world. Um, so like I've seen it in movies and even like real life and stuff. People feel the need to like be in a relationship or like I guess if you're not in a these are quotes. If you're not in a relationship, then you're doing something wrong or something. Like I don't know. Like, do you know how people are like, "Oh, you're not in a relationship yet? When are you gonna have kids? When are you gonna have a girlfriend or boyfriend? When are you gonna have a husband or wife? Are you gonna invite your significant other to our house sometime?" Like people feel the need to like force you to be in a relationship or feel the need to like say if you don't have like romance or like love in your life, you're failing or like you're not living up to expectations, which by the way is their expectations. And that's okay because it's your choice to when you want love or who you love, or if you even want that kind of love at all. And no one should tell you that you're not doing well in life just because you don't have that kind of romance. And it goes at your own pace. You can't rush to love, okay? Love is something that has to be, I guess, earned depending on factors, but also it's like love can't be forced upon. Romance isn't something that is a requirement in life. It's a choice whether you want love or whether you want to get married or to have children. It's a choice if you want if you want a partner. To be honest, um, and I feel like people are forgetting that it's a choice. Okay, first of all, like, does anyone ever ask you this? Like, is if you're in that position where someone's asking you that kind of stuff, have they ever been asked? I'm sure it's an easy question to answer if they do actually have a relationship. But if they don't, like, also, like, okay, I'm sorry I'm rambling, but like, just also mind your business for real. Okay, listen, that's not supposed. No, actually, no, forget it. Like, mind your business. Like, if you're asking that kind of stuff that does not need to be asked, mind your business. Who are you to know what's going on in people's lives when it comes to romance? And, like, you're not entitled to knowing that kind of stuff to begin with until the person actually does want to talk about it. And, maybe some people choose not to have romance ever in their lives, and maybe people never never will. If they did want romance, it never will happen. And there is plenty of fish in the sea. People do say that a lot, but also sometimes that fish never even bother making it to your fishing rod, and you'll be left with catching zero fish by the end of the fishing day. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, sometimes relationships don't happen to a person at all, and romance romantic relationships, if you don't have that, it's okay, because there's more to love than just romance. Love comes in so many different forms. To me, for Valentine's Day and even month, because February is just the month of love, if I'm being honest, it's not just about romance for me. And not even just because I don't really have any romantic stuff happening in my life, but also it's just common sense, I guess, that it's not about romance for love for Valentine's Day. It can be about platonic love. Your family and friends. People you care about. It can be about that love. It's also So I'm trying to choose a map. Um, it's also like your love for your pets too, and your love for self love. Actually, self love is also very important, and that's something to work on. I feel like self love or like being alone but loving the moment is looked upon as something bad. Like if someone goes on a cruise ship or like they're in a restaurant and they're just sitting alone or like on vacation alone, I feel like people feel it's bad that you're not spending or enjoying your time with people. And in some cases, sure, like maybe that's like the case where people are feeling left out or sad when they're alone. But there's also cases where like you're doing that stuff alone because you want to do alone. You know, it's your vacation. You spend the time you spend whatever you want to do on that vacation, and if you want to do it alone, then do it alone by all means. And no one should judge you about that, cuz it's your time. It's for your fun. And like for restaurants sitting alone, that's fine. You're eating. You're literally you're going to places where you're eating because you're hungry. If I'm being honest, it doesn't just have to be about a date or like a special event or just going out just to go out. You can go out and sit there by yourself. And sure, maybe it's awkward or embarrassing, but like, is it really embarrassing? Because you're just doing it for your happiness, for your enjoyment. You're doing it because you wanted to, not because like there even doesn't even need to be a significant reason for those types of things. Self love, by all means, is important. You can, for Valentine's Day, you can be your own Valentine and spend it however you'd like, because Valentine's Day is about love. It's not just about romantic love. I believe it's about all the types of love, even love for your hobbies. You know, make your hobbies your Valentine. To be honest, like go ahead and like paint some fun art or build Legos or I don't know, do football. Yeah. Any if you really think about it, anything could be your Valentine. It it just doesn't have to be anything romantic because it's choice. And if people think otherwise, people think that like if you don't have any like romance or like married or anything in life that you're failing life. You're not failing life, because life isn't about what other people feel needs to be in your life to make you happy. It's about what you believe you want in your life to make you happy and satisfied. Because if you're living life based on how what other people want, then that's like it's not your life, because people are like pretty much controlling and forcing your life. Live for you, don't live for anyone else. And for the record, I'm not saying that romance is bad or by any means, or I'm not saying that like if you have romance then you're doing something wrong or anything like that. It's perfectly fine. But I'm saying that if someone doesn't have like romance or like in a relationship or anything like that, that's not bad either. They're just living their lives and you're living yours, and maybe yours involves romance and maybe someone else's doesn't, and that's fine. I'm just saying that it shouldn't be forced. Any type of love should not be forced at all, because love is a choice. Your happiness is a choice. I feel like that's all I really have to say. I don't think there's anything else to say. I guess I can just happy Valentine's Day, you know? Happy Valentine's. Whether you're spending it with whoever or maybe you're just spending it alone. Happy Valentine's Day. And I hope that this can help you in some way. If you feel like you you're alone, or that being alone on Valentine's Day or any day is bad, it's not bad. Especially if you choose to be alone. Maybe there are just days where you don't want to be around people and you just want to have some alone time, some me time, and pursue hobbies or like have your own type of fun. It's not bad. You know, life involves you being surrounded by so many people doing stuff, and sometimes there's just little time to do the things you want, and sometimes those things involve you doing it alone, especially if people don't have the same interest in you. But honestly, what's so wrong about being alone? If anything, it makes you more brave to do things alone. Because I know some people like don't like doing things alone, and like, or like it will be awkward if you're alone. But I feel like sometimes being alone is good, and it can help you gain some independence, and maybe even make you more brave for facing things on your own. And there's nothing wrong with relying on others, but you can't always rely on people for everything, because eventually there are things that you have to do on your own, and you can't get help because help is unobtainable. But yeah, I guess that's all. I shouldn't drag this out. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Black History Month, to be honest. Let's go, guys. Whoa. And yeah, I hope I made you better, or at least look at things through a different perspective. And you guys have a good day, and um get sleep. Yeah, sleep is great.